In the Denver metro area, as well as other cities in the US, bike share programs are continuing to grow. In Colorado, we actually have the information from the government for the different kind of bike trails that are available within the Denver area. So as you can see, we actually have a lot of green, which are the off-street trails in the suburb areas, while in the downtown parts of Boulder and Denver, we have a lot more on-street bicycle lanes as well as routes. But the suburbs don't have the bike lanes to support the businesses that people are trying to get to. Here we can actually see the disconnect between the bike share stations that are available and the bike paths that we just saw on the last slide. So you can see that most of them are actually centered within the downtown Denver and downtown Boulder areas, with a couple of them starting to pop up in the suburbs of Broomfield, though the majority of the Denver area still does not have any kind of bike share programs available for the paths that already exist. So in order to help fix this problem, we've put together an IoT device that can collect data on these bikes to see how they're being used and where people are taking them in order to add more bike share stations along those paths to support the infrastructure that's already there and help people access the services that are being provided by these bike share programs. Once we've collected that data, we can analyze it to help the expansion of these programs so that the companies can efficiently add new stations as they're needed. The device we've put together uses a GPS module that will write to an SD card, and once that bike has been returned to a docking station, the state of the device will change, and it will use a Helium module to upload that GPS data through the Helium network, hit IoT Core, parse that information, and store it into Firebase. Once we have the information stored in this format through Firebase, we can access it through Google Maps or some other end product in order to display the streets that are already provided through the state data, as well as the information that we've collected through these bikes in order to create heat maps or other kinds of point information. So here we actually see a path that I walked with the device through downtown Boulder, Colorado, where you can see the on-street bike paths as well as the path that I had taken. So to reiterate, using this device, the first thing that we would want to do is partner with bike share programs to collect data on how their bikes are being used. Next, we would analyze that collected data, and then we can provide consulting services based off the collected information to help pick the best locations for new bike share docking stations. So the impact of this is that they would be able to expand out more efficiently than what the current setup is. So right now, a lot of bike share stations are actually using surveys to get guidance on where people would like to see these bike stations, rather than collecting actual data about how they're being used in order to guide their expansion. So this device and service would provide a more efficient way to get data as well as be less cost prohibitive when expanding out and would allow these bike share programs to expand faster.